okay, we could talk about the Sinister Six again. I'm so glad I'm in, man. I've been like worried for a while, like almost a year. So they even gonna let me in? I don't have any powers or anything like that. And so the other day I got to speak to Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin. And before I met him, Vulture called me. He says, whatever you do not call him Norm. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he told me this story. He said, like in 1988, the Six were having a party at this bar. And as you know, in like the 80s, like Cheers was real hot. And so everyone was already there, but they're waiting on the Green Goblin to show up, Norman to show up. And and so when he got there, they all pulled the Cheers Norm thing, and he was furious. He started throwing like pumpkin bombs everywhere. Everyone's scattering. Dr. Octopus had to wrap him up and like take him outside. And they said they couldn't believe how much money they had to give this bar to keep things quiet because Norman lost his temper. And from what I hear, it happens a lot. He's a very serious guy when I talk to him. He, how can I put this? He's a little arrogant. He perks up when he talks about his son, Harry, but no sense of humor. Absolutely no sense of humor. The Sinister Six are allowing me to use some of their old tech since I don't have any powers, or as Green Goblin called me completely useless. So I could use some of Vulture's old tech or maybe Green Goblin's old tech. Pick and choose what I want. I got to pick a name and all that. But I mean, I got a lot of time before I'm even like eligible to actually be like a full-fledged member of the Sinister Six. I'm like probationary. I'm a probie, probationary Sinister Six member. But I do get to interact with people like the Green Goblin. Yeah, zero sense of humor. We talked, strictly business. Guy didn't really. I asked him about his son. He talked about his son briefly, and that's the only time he seemed to smile. But the rest of Six say, don't piss him off. It's like I'll try not to. And he asked me what I'm going to talk about today, the bad guys I'm going to talk about today. And I said, I'm talking about Carnage today. Last time, I got to admit, the art was always pretty awesome with these guys. So last time I talked about the symbiote, Spider-Man symbiote. And so people are like, oh, why don't you talk about Venom? Well, I kind of already did talk about Venom. All right. Here I'm talking about Carnage, or rather, it's a story about a serial killer, a sociopath named Cletus Cassidy. And because we are dealing with an alien invasion, these aliens took over a serial killer. And this serial killer takes this enormous spider-like power and continues to murder and kill and carnage. This is what the Sinister Six is up against. This is what the Sinister Six is fighting for. We are fighting an alien invasion. The Sinister Six. And you want to throw us in jail? You want to throw us in jail? We're trying to stop guys like this. We are the men who are capable of stopping jerks like Carnage. We're the bad guys? We're the bad guys? Get out of town with that. This guy is a serial killer, super serial killer. And the Sinister Six are the bad guys.